Yo, 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 what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Badd Blood, joining you live here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast with the returning Tony to Burn. Tony, man, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back on here. I thought I was gonna lose my job to Adam after last week.
Shout out to our boy, Adam Woods, from Adam According to Woods,
Mhm.
the According to Woods podcast, joining us. He's our, I like to say he's our combat sports aficionado, but he's also one of our
Yeah.
historians, and he joins the show
Yes.
when my buddy here can't be here. So,
And he joins
um,
us when I can be here, even.
yeah,
So
you
I
know.
mean, basically, whenever we can get him on the show,
Whenever we get Adam on the show, Adam just shows up. As a matter of fact, we might get
pretty
Adam on
much.
the show tonight. Shit, who knows?
We might. Who knows?
But yeah,
All
man.
right.
I hate to start the show off this way, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a lot of shit I was going to talk about, and man, just things, man. Things just
Hmm.
fuck me, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, the world of professional wrestling lost yet another one of our brothers and sisters.
Yep.
The Super Genie, otherwise known as Melissa Coates.
Hmm.
Um, she's been around for a very long time.
She
She passed
has.
away today. Very young, like very young.
Yeah.
So it really sucks. I'm not gonna disclose how she passed away because it has not been verified.
Yeah. Nothing's been really verified, but I
I mean,
mean,
I talked to a few people, but I don't want to bring that out.
But she see the strange thing is she seemed to be doing pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm looking at her Twitter feed. Just a few days ago, in fact, she was actually talking about the silver linings. Since for those of you who aren't familiar, she had to have one of her legs amputated because of a virus. Uh,
yeah.
but she had been apparently she had been adjusting pretty well. She was actually about to get back. She was actually about to have a microprocessor knee prosthetic installed that would allow her to actually do a little bit more, ringside in the ring. Apparently, she gotten really good about being able to toss her garbage in the trash cans from far distances. So, I mean, she was trying to make her. She was trying to
Wait,
make
wait. Did you say toss her garbage?
like throwing garbage from
Oh,
long
okay. Because
distances
I
into.
had a flashback to Mark Carano in the WWE who trash bags when you said that. Sorry.
I know.
Man,
But yeah, she'd gotten really she was working out even like just as recently as like less than a week ago.
she
Like,
was out partying with her husband,
mhm,
the great Sabu, the
that's right.
homicidal, suicidal, genocidal one himself.
Yep,
And
yep.
like a couple of days ago on his Facebook, like they were out partying, like they were out
Mhm.
celebrating a birthday, and so it's like wow, just wow, man.
I know it just came out of nowhere, but these things they unfortunately that seems to happen. Uh,
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It just it hits really hard, like
yep.
a couple of days ago here in Portland, a young girl, 11 years old, was out swimming in the lake or in the at the coast here, um, and she got drug out to sea,
Yeah.
and they found her body, and she was still alive, but then she died the next day. 11 years old, man.
11 years old.
And my other job had asked me to go out and cover that, and I didn't know that the person that I would be covering it for was the mother of the little girl.
Mm.
A friend of mine, she had messaged on Facebook, not Facebook, she messaged on Instagram, and she had told me, and I was like, oh my god, I was gonna go out there. That would have totally messed me up because I have a 12-year-old daughter. I
Yeah.
don't put my personal business out there too much here on this podcast, and there's a reason why I don't. So I'll tell you guys later why.
Yeah.
But stuff like that really gets to me, man. And when you find a professional wrestler, someone that's part of your family, You know what I mean? And I say family, I don't mean blood. I mean, you're born into a family. You don't choose your family.
Sure.
But the family that you choose, like this industry, man, like we all the wrestlers in this industry, we're family. Some of us like each other. Some of us hate each other's fucking guts.
That's right.
But we're still a family. We're still a part of a, I like to say part of a fraternity.
Yeah, that's always the term that I've used and I've heard. It's always, we call professional wrestling our fraternity of brothers and sisters in the industry, people we work with, people that we have, our peers, our mentors. Sometimes they are actual family, brothers, fathers and sons, sisters, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Well, like Cheryl just said, it is truly heartbreaking. Like,
Yes.
fuck, man. Just look. Here's the thing. Melissa Coates was born in 1971.
Mm-hmm.
She 40 years old, man. Man.
She came from the bodybuilding world.
Mm-hmm.
And she was able to translate that into a profession, modeling, acting, and wrestling career. And
my bad. She was 50 years old. My 50, math is totally fucking off.
Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't gonna say anything, but just
it's one of those days, man.
Yeah.
I will tell you this though, for someone that turned 50, she was. Fuck, man.
She didn't look it.
Shape. Yeah, she was in amazing shape, dude. Brian Zayn said on Twitter, so sad to hear about the passing of Melissa Coates. My thoughts are with Sabu and her family and friends.
That's right.
Man, Sabu has not come on and said anything to anyone. CAC, Cauliflower Alley Reunion Club, they posted something on there.
Yeah.
They confirmed it,
Melissa was a regular at CAC.
Yeah.
She was there pretty often.
I remember she did a spot with with Joey Janella when he was young. She stomped the shit out of him. I do remember.
I do. Something real quick. Something with Joey Janella I want to talk about, and surprisingly, it's actually positive.
What?
We'll get to that later.
Okay. So I will say this. I met Melissa Coates about 25 years ago. And we were at a show in Northern California called Wrestle Fan Fest. And Melissa Coates was there, April Hunter. And April Hunter is a huge friend. She's like a big friend, a huge friend. She's a really close friend of Don Fry's.
Yes.
So this is the story where Don Fry was there, and Leland, the son of Dog the Bounty Hunter, walked up to him and called him a son of a bitch, whatever, whatnot, and fucking punched him in the face.
Right? Why would you do that?
Punched him in the face.
Why would you do that to Don Fry?
It gets funny though. He ran away, right? So Don Fry calls the fucking police.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting at this table. I'm sitting at this bar, and it's me, Melissa Coates, and it's Billy Blade, I believe. No, Alexis Drevko, and Dark Sheik.
Yeah.
We're all sitting there, and I'm like, did you guys just fucking see that? Did you guys really just fucking see that? My little brother LTP was on last week. We talked about it too. I was like, dude, did he just really knock him the fuck out? Right? He punched him in the face. His eye swelled up. So the police came, and they were, checking around. Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't find him. I look at Melissa, and I'm like, you should use your fucking genie powers and make him disappear. And she said the funniest shit I've ever heard her say. She said, ain't nobody gonna make that big ass knot on his face disappear.
Nope.
Because Don Fry's eye was closed, right? So about an hour later, we're still at the bar getting shit faced drunk, because that's what wrestlers do.
Yep.
And then Don Fry walks around again, and he's like, man, I can't believe that fucking kid did that shit to me. And out of nowhere, like fucking Melissa just blinked her eyes like I Dream of Genie style, and fucking Leland shows up again,
Oh no.
And Leland's like, I told you, you motherfucker, I was gonna beat your ass. And he punches him again and knocks MMA UFC legend Don Fry the fuck out.
Oh my God.
I made so many Don Fry jokes that week that Melissa Coates, April Hunter had heat with me for
Oh
like
my God.
4 years because of it. So every time I'd see Melissa, I'd see her at CAC. And, she'd have that pretty smile of hers, and she'd be like, "Hey, remember that one time we seen Don Fry get knocked out?" That's all she would remember. She would never like she would always bring that up, no matter what. We'd be just chilling somewhere. I'd see her, be like, "Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, remember that one time we saw Don Fry get knocked out?" So, rest in peace. Rest well, Melissa Coates. Rest well, Super Genie. You did what you did. You came down here. You did what God wanted you to do. You became a star, and
Indeed.
You from short films to professional wrestling to bodybuilding, you lived a fucking amazing life. So, shout out to you.
Absolutely. On a hopefully more positive note, so we were talking about this before we started the show, and we're going to try ourselves a little game.
You really want to try the game right now?
We might as well.
Okay. Oh yes, and Melissa Coates was Canadian too, by the way.
Yes, she
Canadians
was.
rule the world.
Yes, she.
Hashtag half Canadian right here. Just saying. Before we start the game.
Yes.
Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we want you guys to take part in this game.
Yep.
So we're going to ask these
audience
questions.
Participation.
It is very much greatly appreciated. Audience participation. Shout out to our boy Matt Liskey, the voice of the Pacific Northwest, finally showing his ugly mug on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And what do you have to say? Well, let me tell you something, brothers.
We'll be seeing you real soon, Matt.
Oh, yeah, that announcement is coming later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. If you want to find out about live, BCW Worldwide presents the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast live in person, ladies and gentlemen. Not just on the podcast, but coming soon to the worldwide arena.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I can't wait. All right. So let me pull up our format for this. So once again, audience participation is greatly appreciated and
Tony,
encouraged.
You asshole. I can't believe you're going to put this out here already.
Hey.
It's okay. It's all right.
Well, I figure we need, we probably need a little bit of cheering up, and some of this stuff is going to amuse the hell out of both us and the audience.
I'm already amused.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this game is what we call the Roundtable Rumor Mill.
Oh, man. Sounds like some tea going to be spilled in Boston.
Yeah. That's probably not all that's going to get spilled tonight.
That's what she said.
All right. So, the game goes like this. I'm going to go back over the last 7 days, and we're going to look at various rumblings and rumors and innuendo and such in the world of professional wrestling. It could be WWE, it could be NXT, it could be AEW, New Japan, Impact, and pretty much everything in between. And we're going to assign a rating of likely, not likely, or plausible. So if you think this is something that's going to happen, you're going to say it's likely. If you think there's no way in hell, you're going to say not likely. And if you think there might be a chance, but you're not quite sure, you say plausible. Now, for anything that's already happened, something that's already happened within the last week, we're just going to discuss it briefly, and we're probably going to make fun of it because if it's in the rumor mill, then there was probably a reason for that.
Good shout out to my boy John Thompson. Joe, what's up, man?
All right, let's go back. All right, so let's go back to the 17th. Here's a good one. So this one's already happened. Let me go ahead and.
So you know I'm about to talk shit about it, right?
Yeah, you probably are. Probably you and me both, as a matter of fact. So
that's what we've been doing lately with the WWE. It's just been a shit talking shit fest, man, because their product is horrible.
Yep, and this one. So the rumor as of the 17th was no titles are expected to change hands this weekend at Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
So, wonder why they thought this particular rumor was in place. Probably because Hell in a Cell has become a meaningless show.
Look, man, Hell in a Cell is a meaningless shithole of a dumpster fire on top of a fucking horrible ass booked event. We did a podcast while you were gone. Myself, Adam Woods, and Eddie Torres. By the way, Eddie Torres, shout out to RRBG podcast, who's going to have a recorded once in a lifetime interview with Mr. Seattle Murdo himself, Penta L0M.
Oh, that'll be sweet.
And ladies and gentlemen, just because the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast likes to bring you the dopest shit on the line, we're going to broadcast it on the podcast as well. So you get to see it here. You get to see it on our podcast. You get to see it everywhere because, see, that's how we roll here. But anyway.
I like it. I like it. All right. Our next rumor here. So this one, go ahead and give us a guess on this one. This one might actually be a little bit controversial to, well, a lot of people, but multiple recently released WWE performers have asked WWE to do away with their non-compete clause. It sounds like WWE is open to the idea.
I'm going to say not possible.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say this one is it's not likely, not possible. There's no way in hell they're going to do that.
Because Vince is a scared pussy. He's not going to let anybody go work for someone else. Okay, so Cheryl says it's plausible. I don't know, man. Cheryl, you know a lot about the industry, and I don't think that it's plausible because Vince is a bitch. And Vince don't want nobody going nowhere, making no money. I mean, Vince actually put contracts on people. Like, it was like, hey, I want to bring you in, work for us. I'll give you fucking $3 million. You just stay here and sit in catering because we ain't got shit for you.
Also, keep in mind that this is the same company that was asking their talent to hand over their social medias and their any way that they could monetize themselves through live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and all that. So
they don't want them making money.
Yeah, exactly. At least not money that they don't authorize.
Here's the thing, though, and we talk about this all the time. If I'm an independent contractor, that means I get to do the fuck I want to do. I'm not under contract to you. You don't own me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Vince owns you. He doesn't give a fuck.
No. All right, here's another one. So this one's kind of a bit of a retrospective, but let's see. Do we think that this was possibly going to happen, or do we think this is just a bunch of bullshit? Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn was pitched and seemingly set to be a Hell in a Cell match, but then that was changed as of early Friday.
Okay, so I know the truth of that.
Yeah.
It was pitched to be a Hell in a Cell match, but the simple
Okay.
fact that they changed it so they can do the women's Hell in a Cell match, and they can do um, a bigger Hell in a Cell match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. It was also pitched that once Drew McIntyre lost, he wouldn't get a shot at the WWE Championship, that he would go right the next night on Raw. He would go all the way through and become the money. He would go all the way through the first round and win the Money in the Bank championship, or the trophy, or whatever the fuck, the suitcase,
Yeah.
and claim the title.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
so we're not going to give you a shot, but we're going to go ahead and give you a shot. Wink, wink.
Yeah. So knowing WWE writing, I could see them. I could have seen them changing that as soon as the day of the event. Honestly, knowing them.
The fucking card probably wasn't done until 3 hours after the show started. Cheryl says likely.
Yep, pretty
Paul
much.
Moonshine says Vince is a whiny little bitch, and Joe Thompson with the best comment of all. Fuck Vince McMahon, worthless piece of shit, motherfucker. I know a lot of people who. Well, we're demonetized now, guys. So yeah.
Yeah. Well. Oh well.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
About that.
So here's another one from the same batch. Edge is currently scheduled for SummerSlam, working as a babyface on SmackDown.
Okay, now that's true.
Okay.
I think that's plausible because he hasn't done shit. And here's the thing. Vince doesn't give a fuck about the fans. He thinks you guys are all stupid. We talk about this every week. Vince thinks that the fans of the WWE are stupid. But because they're going back to live events, people don't remember before the pandemic, the WWE live events attendance was horrible because people were getting tired of their stupid shit. So now that they're thinking they're going to get a second chance at building, they're going to get a second chance at getting the fans back. So they're going to bring in Edge. The main event for SummerSlam is going to be John Cena versus what the fuck's his name? Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. That's the main event for SummerSlam, in case you guys don't know. I'm putting it out there right now. Here it is, June 23rd, 2021, 8:23 p.m. on a Wednesday night. I'm telling you, main event, SummerSlam, John Cena versus fucking the Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
Yep. All right.
Thank you,
on
Cheryl.
to the next.
Cheryl, this is why you're the best person in the in the group right here. When you say things like this,
yeah,
I'd rather spend my money at an indie show.
That's
true statement.
100%.
True fucking statement, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, this one, we might have to actually put a little bit of thought into this one. WWE hopes The Rock will wrestle at Survivor Series 2021. The WWE wants him there to celebrate 25 years since his WWF debut at Survivor Series 1996.
Plausible. Because I know they wanted the WrestleMania main event for this year to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock. For the final, he'd be the final member of the Samoan dynasty to bow down to to Roman. But people don't remember when Roman was a face, and he won the Rumble, and Daniel Bryan was supposed to be in the Rumble. The Rock came down and held his hand up, was like, "This is my fucking cousin,"
and tried to give him the rub.
They booed the fuck out of The Rock.
Yep. They found a way to actually get The Rock booed.
Like, dude, who boos The Rock? Well, that whole group of people at fucking the Royal Rumble that year, because they fucking hated Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm gonna go plausible on this one too. They would probably come up with probably a pretty short match. I mean, we can't imagine that The Rock's gonna have much time to train for that match.
Dude, have you seen The Rock? That motherfucker is always training.
I know, but
he got time.
I mean, yeah. But if it's to set up something for WrestleMania, I could definitely see that being the case. I could definitely see that.
Out. You know what I really can see though? and I'll go out there and put it out there right now. I can see The Rock coming down to help Roman.
Yeah.
And decide he doesn't want to help Roman. Like maybe Roman wrestles one of the Usos. Maybe it's Jimmy's. Was it Jay he wrestled first?
I think so. Yeah.
So maybe Jimmy will come out and be like, "Hey man, I'm tired of pulling your fucking weight, man. And they get into a big old fight, whatever, whatnot, and then The Rock comes on to stop it, and that will set up something. Maybe Roman beats the shit out of The Rock. Who knows?
Could be.
Or maybe my biggest wish possible comes out. Brock Lesnar. I fucking hate Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you that right now. But I think Brock Lesnar should come back and they should have a fucking Paul Heyman on the pole match. The winner gets Paul Heyman.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, that's our next rumor here.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I segued to that.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, there are currently no plans for Brock Lesnar to be part of the upcoming WWE draft.
Okay, now look. I think it's plausible. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's plausible. Because if you can have a Money in the Bank ladder match, and for 3 weeks, because this is when WWE used to actually fucking push like the storyline, because more than a week. For 3 weeks, they did these Money in the Bank qualifying matches, right? And then they get you the fucking show, and they have like this amazing ladder match. All these guys are beating the shit out of each other, falling off 20-foot ladders, and trust me, I know that shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And then the last thing you see is Brock Lesnar coming out from the entranceway, not even in the fucking match. Just he's not in the match, ladies and gentlemen. That would be like the Lakers coming into the NBA finals and winning the game, not even in the fucking game. So he comes into the game. He comes into the fucking match. He pushes Kofi Kingston off the top of the fucking ladder, climbs up there and grabs the fucking briefcase, and now he's Mr. Money in the Bank. How the fuck does that happen? Oh wait, that's because he's Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. Yeah. So to address the actual rumor for there to be no plans, I'd say that is likely, but that doesn't mean that they're not making other plans for his return. So there's the caveat.
This is the best comment. This is the best comment so far. I thought Brock almost had to. He do what he wants to do. Almost. I'm assuming what he's saying is,
does.
I think he's saying that Brock has a contract where he can do what the fuck he wants to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would say yeah. Even throw the belt at Vince when he's pissed.
Pretty much.
Because I remember he threw the belt at Vince like "fuck you, Vince," and just threw it at him.
You already brought this one up. Kind of brought this one up earlier, but there is a second part to this rumor. So you addressed one of the matches. Well, here's the second one. 2 matches are currently planned for SummerSlam 2021. Edge versus Seth Rollins and John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Well, you do know the John Cena Roman Reigns things is going to happen, but Seth Rollins versus Edge, the way things are going right now, I think that it would be Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Because it seems like after their fucking big thing. But then again, you know what? The WWE is pulling a fast one on everybody.
True.
I mean, they had Drew McIntyre, and then they had Randy Orton, and then they had, who else was it in the fucking, it was Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and someone else. And Ricochet beat Randy Orton. Oh, AJ Styles. Ricochet beat AJ Styles. Fucking John Morrison beat Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the third guy? Oh, third guy was fucking the pot smoker Riddle.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that pot smokers are bad. I'm just saying that Matt Riddle's a fucking moron and I can't stand this fucking shit. But that's just me.
Yeah. I liked him when he was still doing the indie stuff.
Yeah.
He had this he had a really fun promo when he was building up his match for one of Joey Janela's shows. It was against James Ellsworth, and the exact so this was the exact line that Matt Riddle gave right at the end of the pro. So it's like one of those back and forth, trying to be inspirational, kind of deals. And then Matt Riddle just looks at the camera. Do I have to face James Ellsworth? Just deadpan, like
fuck James
do
Ellsworth.
do I have to face James? It was just the way he said it was fucking hilarious.
I don't usually come on the podcast and shit on a person. Okay, that's a lie. Yeah, I do. I don't usually, but it's mostly it's 99%, deserved.
Sure.
But sometimes, man, you come across a person who is just a douchebag.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
told me the stories.
Like
I
nicknamed
agree.
the guy Massengill, because he's a fucking douche. Now, I'm not gonna go back into the story, but I will say this. If you're an asshole, trust me, people are gonna find out you're an asshole.
Yeah.
James Ellsworth was an asshole.
Yeah.
And if I ever get him on the podcast, trust me, I will fucking shame the fuck out of him. Just know this, ladies and gentlemen, a grown man should not mess around with little kids. Putting it out there.
Okay, from the Department of No Fucking Way. NXT will be adding focus to the cruiserweight division.
Okay, now I think there might be a possibility. I'm going to say plausible. Because they did just debut the Diamond Mine group led by Roderick Strong, who beat Kushida's ass. So Kushida is the NXT champion. I mean, he's the NXT Cruiserweight champion. So, yeah. I know. I saw
that. I didn't even realize that when I said it.
Put Cheryl on blast. All right, so Cheryl, I'm about to do it because I have to. Cheryl's Canadian, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm Canadian. Us Canadians, we get along. I like Cheryl. Cheryl likes me. One thing she didn't understand about being Canadian, though, is that Canadians love hockey.
Yeah, they do.
Cheryl was yesterday's years old when she found out that Las Vegas had a hockey team.
Fuck, man. When we go to Vegas, we were going to Vegas here pretty soon. I was actually going to see if there was maybe a way I can catch a game, but apparently not.
Hey, Cheryl, just in case you're listening, they're called the Vegas Golden Knights. They've been around for a pretty long time.
They almost won the championship in their first season.
I don't watch hockey.
Fuck. The fucking season's going to be... season will be over. That's okay, though.
I've only made fun of Cheryl for that comment because she had posted on Facebook the other day, and it was like, I didn't know that. She goes, "Wait, when did Las Vegas have get a hockey team?" And I was like, "What?" Oh, okay. The NFL stands for not fucking likely.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, I didn't realize what I did.
Okay.
I didn't realize what I had just done.
Not fucking likely.
Yep. I think we have another meme here, folks. Now,
I'm going to create it too.
Speaking of memes, and well, this one's going to speak for itself. So thank you all for participating in the game. But now we've got something even dumber to go into. Way the fuck dumber. I'm going to let this headline speak for itself.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Before I go into the actual story, this is one of these things I'm going to let let it sink in for a second. New WWE writer says, quote, "They did not require me to know anything about wrestling," end quote.
With that being said, I'm going to go.
Wait. You're going to go? Okay, well.
I can't be on the stream. I know more about wrestling writing than that guy does.
Yes, you do.
I can't fucking be here. I mean, this is the reason why Raw's ratings are so fucking shitty. This is the reason why there's one fucking storyline in the WWE that fucking makes them work, and that's Roman Reigns. This is the reason why.
So let me go into the story here. Kenneth Mobley was interviewed on a recent episode of the Asian Not Asian podcast. She is a stand-up comedian who was recently hired to be a writer for the WWE on the Monday Night Raw brand. Quote, "Yes, I have just been hired by WWE. Given the things that you know about me and my entire life and what I'm into, yes. Yes, also a surprise for me. They did not require me to know anything about wrestling, but I do have a background in film production and comedy writing," and they're like, "Perfect! Come on in!"
Okay, so first and foremost, the WWE doesn't do shit with wrestling anymore. It's a fucking movie company, remember? They make movies. Secondly, they hired this person to write wrestling stuff for Monday Night Raw, the worst show on television. But they also hired Adnan Vink, who was a fucking sports announcer who didn't know shit about wrestling. Literally, the guy said, "Wow, I get to commentate on the company that has Bruno Sammartino as champion." And I was like, Bruno is dead, you fucking idiot. I mean, what next?
Oh,
remember when fucking Gorgeous George was fucking the champion last week? Like, that was like fucking 1918. Like,
God.
He knew nothing about wrestling. He lasted 3 weeks.
Yeah.
On Raw. They fired Todd Phillips, a guy who breathed this fucking industry.
Mm-hmm.
And they replaced him with that fucking guy who literally would say things like, "Oh man, we're gonna need a bigger bus." Like, what? Excuse me? What? He was the guy behind the fucking train, choo-choo train shit when Braun Strowman was running around the ring. So, yeah.
Please tell me that. Yeah, I'm getting to that. No, it gets worse. This gets worse. Quote, "So I'm on the Monday Night Raw team. So there's Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. And the people I know that are on it are Bobby. His name is either Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley. And I really should know that."
Bobby Ashley? Like Bobby needs lotion? Is he ashy? Like, what the fuck?
He's like this giant black guy, and he and the people who are part of his crew. Keep listen to this. He and the people who are part of his crew, I know that they call, or at least as of this year, they call themselves the Hurt Business. They wear suits and they're like, "We're cool." End quote.
Wrestling. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, these are trying times in the business. Sometimes I look at wrestling and I think to myself, I've spent 29 years doing this. What the fuck am I thinking? Well, I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, the writers at BCW Worldwide do not act like this. They don't have stupid fucking storylines. We have storylines that work at our company that actually make sense.
Yeah, they actually have some thought put into them.
Yeah, I mean, we both know the guys who are writing scripts. I mean,
yep.
I shouldn't say scripts. We say storylines. We both know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we shouldn't use that word. I mean, we're not like Cody Rhodes and using focus groups here.
You know, I think I watch Raw just so I can laugh. That's what
I can't even do that.
we
I can't
we did
even do
we did a
that.
podcast on Monday. Usually we do special like news and stuff like that on Monday, but we ended up doing this podcast on Monday. And it's so fucking funny because we were trying to come up with an acronym of what Raw actually meant. It used to be Raw, and then it was spelled Raw. Raw spelled backwards was war, so it'd be like
Yeah,
Raw is
so
war.
Raw is war. Yeah.
Well, Raw is really awful wrestling.
Yeah,
That's what Raw stands for. Because see,
pretty
Raw
much.
is the cure for insomnia. If you're fucking suffering from insomnia, go watch the first hour of Raw. It'll put you to fucking sleep. I swear. So I gotta give a quick shout out real quick. Someone watching our podcast right now, Joy, watching our podcast for the first time, and real cool,
Yep.
real cool. I'll tell you about Joy. She's up there. She's right there.
Yep.
I'll tell you about Joy. She works at this really amazing place in Corvallis, and it's like a merry-go-round. It's fucking awesome, man. Like you go on there, it's like all handcrafted. Like the volunteers that work at this place, they
Yeah.
actually carve the fucking they make the merry-go-round shit, like the horses and the animals and shit on the merry-go-round, they fucking hand carve it.
Oh, okay. So the Albany historic carousel.
Yes. Put the
Okay,
information up right now. Let's go ahead and fucking plug that shit in real good.
sure. Let's
It's the
see.
Albany Carousel.
All
If you
right.
live in the Albany area, if you live in Corvallis, if you live in fucking Eugene, if you live in
Yeah.
Salem, fuck, if you live in Portland,
Hell
get
yeah.
your ass in your car, drive the 68 fucking miles, go go and see this cool place. It's really fucking awesome, man. I'm telling you, go watch it. Go check it out. And if you really, if you're really cool, go volunteer.
Yeah.
Tell me your boy the franchise sent you. Go volunteer.
Let's
You'll learn
see
some cool shit.
here.
It's a historical society, man. It's fucking awesome. I tell you.
I am pulling up the information now. Here we are. Boom.
Tony's gonna go ahead and put that up on the screen really quick. So, while Tony's doing that, there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. 503 First Avenue, West Albany, Oregon, 97321. Go fucking check it out. You can go
Yeah.
there, albanycarousel.com. Go look it
Yep.
up, man. It's fucking awesome. And I'll do this. I'll do this, ladies and gentlemen. I will fucking do this for the first 10 people. The first 10 people in the Portland metro area that go down there, go volunteer, go ride the fucking Ferris wheel. I mean, the carousel. Go ride the carousel.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, I will legit give you guys one free wrestling show at BCW Worldwide.
Nice.
Because
That's
BCW Worldwide is coming back, baby.
Yep.
Live
Mm-hmm.
this July.
Mm-hmm.
Later on tonight, I will drop the date. But I will guarantee the first 10 people who can show me that they went down there, introduced themselves to Joy, either volunteered or rode the fucking carousel. 10 people. If you can show me the ticket stub, I will give you free entrance into a BCW Worldwide event. And you know what? I'm gonna make this sweeter. I'm gonna make the fucking pot sweeter. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen, right there. I'll make the pot sweeter. Big Red, the OIWA North American Championship. The beautiful red goddess right here. My redhead girlfriend right there. She like gold. You can take a picture with her as well. Come to
Nice.
BCW Worldwide event, you can take a picture with it. How about that?
So you can see that they have the volunteer orientation Thursdays and Saturdays. You just go to the carousel lobby at 2:30 p.m. And yeah, you can. They'll get you trained up. And that way you can help out the crew. And yeah, that's a. I mean, just going to volunteer at carousel and museum. I mean, that sounds awesome just in and of itself. I I mean, look
That
at
dude right
this.
there was fixing the fucking. He's fixing working on the carousel there, and
Yep.
look at that! Look at that, man! Look at that! That's some
That's
cool shit. Do
yeah,
something
it
good
is.
for. Do something good for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. There's the museum.
At a gift shop
Yep. Yep.
right next to the senior center. Look, old and young people all hanging
Yep.
out.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Look, there's a cock. I had to say it. I had to say it. And that's why we get in trouble every fucking week. I swear.
And this looks like the actual building process
Yeah.
actually right here. That's cool. I like that. I'm gonna have to go check this place out myself, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact.
You're down in that area.
Yes, I am. I am very close to it. I actually just worked a gig in Albany just a couple weeks ago, so I am now familiar with the area, and that sounds like a lot of fun.
That's right.
Right.
All right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break real quick because we need to pay some bills up in this bitch.
Yes, we do.
And we will be right back after this.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
True, ladies and gentlemen, great futures do start at the Boys and Girls Club. And you know what? Shout out to my boy Adam Woods. He loves when the 503 original song comes on. You know, I had a fan message me one night, and they were like, "Hey man, is that you in that commercial?" I'm like, "Which one?" The guy sliding on his ass, kicking that guy in the face. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Knowing damn well it is me. But you can find the gear like this hat right here, ladies and gentlemen. This hat, the shorts I'm wearing, you can't see because I'm not going to stand up. T-shirts, hoodies, beanies, socks, gloves, underwear, bra, panties, whatever it is. You can get it at www.503originals.com. Once again, www.503originals.com. Tell them your boy the franchise sent you, and they will give you a good fucking discount.
Well, we had a funny, hilarious for all the wrong reasons story, but now we're going to talk about something that might be a little bit infuriating to you and I and probably some other people.
Well, what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so this one's a little bit more on the serious side. So we both know that there is a very broken payment model over in WWE land.
It's broken as fuck, yes.
Yes. Especially ever since they got started with the network, a lot of guys, they basically royalties went out the window completely. And now that the network has been bought up by NBC and made a part of Peacock. CM Punk had a very interesting point here. The headline on this one is CM Punk wants to be paid royalties from Peacock. Now, let's go into a little bit of context here. So, Punk was doing a Q&A on Twitter, and he was asked what it would take to appear on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions podcast, which can be seen on WWE Network and Peacock. Punk's response was pretty simple. Money. And the exact quote was, money. Nobody gets any royalties for anything shown on Peacock. Nobody. Yay, wrestling biz.
Man.
He followed that up by saying, how dare me or any other wrestler ask to be paid royalties for footage shown on Peacock?
Right? Here's the thing, dude. I have a deal with every person that sponsors me. You buy a 503 original hat, guess what? I get a profit. You buy a t-shirt, I get a profit.
Yep.
You know, because that's the way it works. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Vince McMahon doesn't give a shit about the people that works with him. Look. I'm just saying, man. It's some of the crazy shit that you see in this industry revolves around money.
It does. It really does. There was actually another part to this here. This actually isn't the first time that Punk has raised this particular issue. When he did a tell-all interview, the infamous one with Colt Cabana on his podcast prior to their split as friends, part of the reason why he walked away in early 2014, nobody in WWE bothered to explain how wrestlers' pay would be affected by the launch of WWE Network. A lot of wrestlers were left in the dark about the compensation, and Vince McMahon apparently laughed at him when he brought it up.
Of course he did. Look, you know, a friend of mine just told me that my voice was really smooth until I started talking about Vince McMahon. Which makes me laugh my ass off because I'm going to do it again. Vince McMahon is a piece of shit. Okay. I'm just going to call it what it is. Vince McMahon is a fucking greedy, money grubbing piece of shit. And the reason why I say that, and I will fucking probably lose any job at WWE. So I don't care. Vince McMahon is the kind of guy that will be like, we don't want to pay your health insurance. We're not going to pay your life insurance. We're not going to give you anything to fucking help you. But you better not fucking have a Twitch channel that's making so much money. You better not have a fucking Cameo that's making you any money, because if you do, I want a piece of that.
Exactly.
Oh, what about the reporter who went over to the Middle East and got killed? Psh, fuck that guy. The prince is giving me this much money to hold wrestling over here.
Hell yeah. We're gonna
like
take that money, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. The last 2 years during this pandemic, the WWE has made over $73.5 billion. That's $73.5 billion, not million, not thousands, not hundreds, fucking billions dollars.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and fire like 36 people. We're going to fire them because we need to cut costs. What the fuck? Cut costs? You're not doing any live shows.
Yeah.
That means you're in the fucking performance center, or the Capital Wrestling Center, as they call it. You're in a studio. You're in a studio recording wrestling in front of TV monitors where fans are being told to cheer and boo by the audio staff as they're sitting there in front of their computers, typing messages to you as you sit at your house in front of your computer.
Fucking God.
So Nick Khan, the new guy in charge of WWE, literally consolidated 71 departments into like 40.
Yeah.
So a lot of people lost their fucking jobs. Then he fired a bunch of wrestlers. Like literally. Let's talk about Aleister Black, Tommy N. How the fuck are you going to fire him? And then release a new t-shirt on the fucking WWE's shop with his voice on it. Like, hey man, so we're gonna release this T-shirt of you, and about 10:30. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do some pre-orders. Maybe a couple 100,000 people will order these shirts. Oh, by the way, you're fired. Like, what the fuck, man? That's Vince McMahon's greedy, money-hungry fucking ass.
Oh, good God.
Oh my God. Sometimes when you're like trying to fucking concentrate on the podcast and then someone sends you a text.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happened.
Do we want to know?
No, you don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
So instead, we'll concentrate on this.
Oh,
This
my
I will
fucking
be.
God.
I'm 100% agree. I will agree with this. Absolutely.
Yes, Cheryl, I fucking agree 1,000% with
Vince
that.
McMahon and Nick Khan both.
Nick Khan, let me tell you about Nick Khan. He's a fucking genius. Bill, he's a businessman, dude.
He's a businessman.
He is the kind
He
of
is.
guy that will sell ice to an Eskimo in a fucking snowstorm in Alaska
Yep.
and then charge him double. Like, he is that guy.
Yeah.
He is that good of a fucking shark.
Yep.
So, I'm just saying, man. He can fire
Just
fucking
saying.
30 people and be like, it's a cost-cutting measure.
And they'll thank him for it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. Thank you for firing me, man. What? I can't go work for AEW for like 90 days? I can't do a Twitch or a Cameo. I can't do an OnlyFans. I can't do shit. And I'm not going to get paid. I'm just going to sit home and do nothing. Thank you, sir. You're fucking awesome.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Right? Thank you, sir. Can I please have another? Suck the back of my dick with that one.
Speaking of, can I have another? Noted QAnon nut job. Drake Wirtz decided to get himself back in the news, and apparently somebody else in the wrestling business decided to take it upon themselves to troll him in person.
Yeah, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I normally don't have anything positive to say about this man, but in this case, I'm going to make an exception. That, ladies and gentlemen, in the Florida man outfit is Joey Janella.
Fucking Joey Janella.
Now, I don't have a lot good to say about Joey Janella. I don't think he's a very good wrestler, honestly. Most of the time he comes off as a piece of garbage, but this one I'll give him props for. So apparently what he did was he found out about this school board meeting that Drake Wirtz was going to get himself involved at and make an ass of himself at.
Yeah.
Apparently Joey showed up and got himself kicked out within minutes and made Drake Wirtz look like a complete moron in the process, losing him any credibility that he might have had left. Kind of a genius move if you think about it.
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, high five to Joey Janella.
Yeah. I will give him his props on this one. That's actually I wouldn't have thought about it. I wouldn't have thought of it myself. The only unfortunate thing is apparently a lot of people are kind of not getting the gag here. They're not getting the gimmick. So apparently people are taking it literally that, he was there and doing the QAnon thing. And unfortunately, as much as I like Jim Cornette, he bought into it. Yeah. But oh, good Lord. But, oh, Jesus Christ. And apparently, so this was actually something that, this was actually really cool here, what he's doing. Let me pull this one up. Yep. So he's going to auction off his Florida man disguise for NARL, which is the pro-choice America.
Man.
Protect and expand reproductive freedom for everybody. And,
yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I like it.
Man. So look, before we go any further, we have a guest tonight that's going to come on later on tonight, and I'm going to tell you about this dude. We talked about him on my birthday show last week. Sorry, I'm looking at a message. I swear to God, game on.
Game on. Game on.
Game on. I swear to God, man. I never, ever during wrestling matches, I've had guys try to fucking make me break character. I never break character. And tonight I've done it like several times. So fuck me, man.
You know what we need to do the first time we have an opportunity, whether you're having a match, I'm having a match or whatever, just no matter how it gets done, we need to somehow dress up in hockey player outfits, bring out a net, and then at random points during a match, move the net around and just say, "Game on! Game on!"
Let me do this. Let me answer this call. Let's go to a quick commercial break.
Let's go to a break.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Okay, now that I recomposed myself.
Don't be so sure about that.
Yeah, man. Anyway, it's been a day, man. From having a stalker stalk my fucking Facebook page, and just it's just been some weird shit today, man. And then with Melissa Coates dying and me realizing that my fucking birthday is.
Do you think we can get somebody to draw us as those two?
Oh my god! So, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you are artists in this podcast, if any of you are listening to us on Spotify, Google, Anchor, Amazon Prime, Amazon Music, fucking iHeartRadio, any one of our millions of podcasting situations. If any of you know how to superimpose Tony's head onto Wayne and my head on the
No. You would be Wayne because you got the hat and everything. We would just do the 503 logo
right?
over the Wayne's World logo, and you can just keep the hockey mask and glasses on me.
We'll party on Wayne. Party on Garth.
Seriously, this would be perfect. I was thinking of ideas for possible logos, and holy shit, this would be goddamn perfect. Man. We just do a big caption of "Game on" at the very bottom.
Oh my god. So okay, so all seriousness.
Okay.
Before we go to our guest, I'm gonna tell you about a stalker that I had a few years ago, and this is why a lot of you who watch my Facebook, feeds and things like that. About 10 years ago, I used to be the guy who would post pictures of my kids all the time, and I did it on Father's Day because my son and my daughter did some really cool shit for me. I don't usually do that shit. Even the caption says, "I don't normally do this, but
Yeah.
I did that, and a few years ago, I had a stalker who showed up at my fucking kid's school and told the girl in the school that she was my girlfriend. Now, it's a real interesting story because the girl that worked in the school happened to be the girl I was dating at the time. So she messages me and she's like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she says, her. And she pans her camera around. And I say, call the fucking police. Now, a couple of weeks earlier, I'm wrestling. I'm doing the loop. Portland, Idaho, Utah, and then back to Washington.
Yeah.
This chick followed us from Portland to Idaho to Utah. Okay. She followed us around. And it was real creepy that she did that shit. Oh, we found someone that would be able to do the thing for us.
Did we?
Yes. I
Okay.
will send the information over so we can get that face swap gimmick going.
Sweet.
Anyway, long story short, she fucking showed up. She tried to, she showed up at all 4 of the venues.
Fuck.
4 different states.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then she showed up at my kid's school.
Okay.
Well, I had a situation happen today that wasn't quite that bad, but it fucking was a big red flag. Someone sent a screenshot of a comment that I made on someone else's page. And the thing that creeped me out the most was the fact that they not only went through my page to find a person, but went through that person's page to find a comment that they can send to me. So a lot of people think being a professional wrestler is really great. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, it is fucking awesome. I love it.
It has its moments.
29 years, I put my body on the line for you guys. I love it. It's my drug. Some people smoke weed, do other bad things. They drink and do other things. Me, this is my drug. Professional wrestling is my drug. Being an entertainer for you people, that's my drug. I get it.
I've often compared it to I call it the Eagles. I've often called it my church. It's my religion. It's my it's my place to go and to give penance, to pray, to repent, and it's always been my way of kind of getting some things out in my life that I wouldn't normally. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Dick the Bruiser who once described it as, "You mean I can do things inside that ring that would get me thrown in prison if I did them out on the street?
Exactly.
Sign me up."
Look, ladies and gentlemen, some of you have been watching me wrestle for the last 10, 15, maybe 20 years. I set a man on fucking fire.
Yeah.
I chokeslammed a guy through a table with flames that burned his ass to a crisp.
I remember that.
And that was a guy who slept with my ex-wife. So if I could do that and not go to jail, fuck yes. Best job in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Best job in the world. But I digress. A person that would do something like that. There's so many ways you could take this.
I mean,
have I ever heard one?
Some of us have pro wrestling. Some of us have other adult-oriented careers. I mean,
speaking
nothing
of that.
Speaking of, that's a good segue.
Let's talk about next week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, it's going to be my birthday celebration, ladies and gentlemen. My birthday is next Thursday. So if you want to support the birthday shenanigans, you can go. You can always go right here to support the channel at anchor.fm/the Roundtable podcast /support. Support your boys, because next week is my birthday, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah!
And we're gonna have a sequel to one of our most exciting nights of professional wrestling on the podcast.
If I recall correctly, this has actually been our most viewed episode ever.
And you know what that episode is, ladies and gentlemen? It's something that everybody here loves. I mean, oh God, we're going to have some major stars on the podcast, and they've been here before, and they'll be here again. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be down and dirty. Not like you think you're perverts. I'm pretty sure some of you guys got that perverted streak in you, but it's not going to be like that. It's going to be a simple gimmick. Because next week we bring back y'all know what that is, right? Y'all know what next week's gonna be. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Next week we bring adult industry superstar, wrestling aficionado. You know who it is. Tell them who it is, Tony.
Wrestling aficionado, adult entertainment star Jordan Max returning to the show.
That's right.
One of my favorites.
Also, from the world of Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, the original California girl, Sunny herself. No, not that WWE Sunny.
No, hell no.
Patricia Summerlin. That's right. Making her debut on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
I've actually got a pretty funny story involving her from CAC the first year that I went. We'll tell that on the story next, or on the show next week.
Yeah, I'm excited to have her. And I've known the Glow Girls my whole entire wrestling career, like day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
You were breaking in around the same time that they were kind of getting started, right?
I used to watch them train.
Exactly.
Like I literally would go, train would start at 8 o'clock for the men. It would start at 7 o'clock for the women. And I'd be there at 6:30. AM, PM, AM, ladies, not PM. But anyway, next week, ladies' night, the franchise's birthday. We're gonna have a party. Crown. Crown's gonna be in the house. I'm gonna drink a little bit of Crown. Try to get Tony drunk. Maybe we get Adam Woods on the podcast.
Hell yeah,
Adam Woods on the podcast.
Gotta have Adam.
Yeah, I mean, like shit. It's gonna be awesome, man. And
yeah,
it's gonna be awesome. So join us next week, ladies and gentlemen. Roundtable.
We're gonna have to come up with some other fun stuff. It's definitely gonna be a longer show.
Oh man,
next week we'll come up with some definitely some fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Play another round of the Roundtable rumor mill. Probably find some amusing wrestling related video stuff to poke fun at.
Yeah. So I mean, going back to this whole stalking thing,
yeah,
like being in the industry, man, that's some shit you don't want to have happen to you.
No,
it really sucks.
Absolutely not.
And for it to happen to me, I was really like, that's some crazy fucking shit. So yeah. You want me to do that for you? Yes. The pictures are going to be done, Tony.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, the pictures are going to be done.
If we can, you know what? I mean, we could make that the logo for the show, because I'm kind of break the fourth wall here. I'm trying to put together a new intro for the show. And so one of the things that I've been looking at needing is an updated logo. And holy shit, this would be absolutely perfect, especially with some of the other stuff I got planned.
Well, the artist that's going to do our cosplay photo just offered to do a portrait giveaway.
Oh,
the artist is very fucking talented. So, man, it's gonna be off the hook, man, off the fucking hook. So,
damn,
we will do a giveaway. So, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, we'll have to get that information out there. Absolutely, that is awesome. Thank you very much.
That's right. Free giveaways. That's right. Free.
But in all seriousness, though, if you have a chance, please pay your artists. I mean, tip your artists.
Oh yeah,
make sure they know. Yes, make sure they know how much they are appreciated, because they go out of their way to make the stuff. Whether they're drawing, painting, putting together video, whatever it is they happen to do, let them know that the stuff that they do is appreciated.
So every now and then I get some ass clown in the comments. And today I got Paul Moonshine. Listen here, you ass clown. You're going to poke fun at me? You're going to poke fun at me next week? Is that what you're saying? Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little bit of history. Let me give you a history lesson.
Oh, boy.
You know,
You had to
I'm
poke
not really
the bear.
a Bible thumper or anything like that, but
You had to poke
there
the
was
bear.
this
God
one
damn
time.
it.
There was this one time that God decided to just wipe the slate clean and just, he told this guy, dude, bro, check this out. I need you to build this fucking boat, right? I'm about to make it rain for 40 fucking days, 40 nights. It's about to drown every motherfucker on earth. So dude was like, okay, what you need me to do? I need you to make this boat. And I need you to put every animal on there, 2 by 2. He was like, okay, cool. He goes, I'm going to send you down this old ass motherfucking dude who was like 200 years old when this shit happened. And that motherfucker's name is Von Lee. So Paul Moonshine, you old son of a bitch. Paul Moonshine is so old. He held the tablets when they fucking carved the commandments. He is so old. He was God's preschool teacher. He is so goddamn old that he wrapped the rags around King Tut. He is so goddamn old that he's Father Time's godfather. He is that motherfucking old. Yes, Joy, he did spell poke wrong.
Polk County, Oregon. Oh, fuck.
So Paul Moonshine, you old son of a bitch. Listen here. You show up next week. You come on this podcast next week. And you wear that fucking makeup with your black stringy hair and you ride your fucking little tricycle here and you start talking about, want to play a game? Yes, we'll play a game, you fucking...
Oh, God. Dude, you
fucking
you know what you just gave me an idea for?
What?
Okay. I want you to picture this, all right? Okay. I am picturing an animated Paw Freak Shine on his tricycle, riding into frame.
Oh my God.
Riding into frame. And as he rides past, the words Roundtable Rumor Mill appear in his wake.
Look. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something, right? Paul Moonshine is so fucking old. He just said, I will outlive you, little bastard. You goddamn right.
Holy shit.
You're so old. You're older than fucking time. Everyone on earth is going to die like fucking 10 times over.
Honestly, it would not surprise me if he outlives both of us.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Paul Moonshine is he's the fucking Highlander. There can only be one, and god damn it, it is Paul Moonshine.
Oh my God, man.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Oh my God. So our guest is trying to get on the podcast right now, and apparently the link isn't working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him the link again.
I was going to say, where the fuck is he?
Yeah. So anyway, Paul Moonshine, you old bastard. Paul Moonshine's kids are Father Time. Paul Moonshine told his son, don't make me turn this time around.
Oh my God.
Oh man. God. Okay. That's enough Paul Moonshine badgering. I mean,
okay.
It's easy as
no, we gotta save some for next week.
Oh, that's okay. There'll be more next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit. Oh, man.
I mean, we're fully expecting Paw to bring the smoke next week, so obviously we gotta save some.
Paul's so fucking old, he's bringing the dust.
I knew you were going somewhere in that direction, but fuck.
You better be careful. Paul might sneeze and fucking try a fucking dust storm.
Oh my god.
Oh, Paul. Thank you very much for being our comic relief tonight. We needed
Yep.
it. I mean, it was either you or a fucking goof sign guy, and he hasn't showed up. So
I was gonna say, I mean, aren't we missing somebody
no,
tonight?
just don't
Not him.
do it.
Not that. No, not that one. No, I'm talking about the one who's usually here talking about the fact that he's drunk off his ass by now.
Oh, he's probably passed out in the gutter somewhere.
I was gonna say, where the fuck is he?
Yeah, he's probably passed out in the gutter somewhere. We know.
Paw.
We know JB Moonshine. He's
Paw. No.
JB is drunk since birth.
Nope. No, Paw. No, Paw. No.
Oh, see, there you go. Dust
No.
Wow, that's Paul. I don't know where you that's why you got kids all over the fucking country. Fucking dusting everywhere. You just
Oh my.
everywhere.
Yep.
Sick pervert.
Jesus Christ.
Something is wrong.
And somehow we end up meeting all of them. So God knows how many more there are.
Right?
I mean, I'm trying to remember how many. Like,
I think it's 69
JB.
of them, but
Yeah.
stop counting.
Nice.
Oh man,
JB,
Paul Moonshine is the
Lance.
fucking owner, proprietor, and creator of Blue Chew, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules.
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your hair cut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I had to take off the hat. It was hot as fuck in here. So last week on the podcast, we were talking about my crazy adventures in the world of professional wrestling and the people that I credited towards helping me along the fucking 2.5, almost 3 decades of this craziness. And one man, I've rode the road. I've driven the roads, road trips, crazy stories with this guy. I've been around this guy for a long time. New Japan Pro Wrestling in California, fucking WPW in California. Just we had our own little company. Like we had some amazing times. And Chino always said, "I'm gonna put that shit in the book." So what I'm gonna do is this: I'm gonna give the opportunity to Sexy Chino to come on the podcast and talk about the crazy shit that has happened in Sexy Chino's world when it came to running with Rated 2G, LTP, and myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Sexy Chino. Chino.
Hey, how's it
welcome,
going?
my man?
Thanks for having me, man.
Man, it's been a while, man. It's been like a year since I've seen you.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw you when you came down for your unfortunate incident that happened.
Yeah, my mom's funeral. Yeah. Chino's always
Exactly.
been there, man. Chino's one of those dudes that has always been there. And you can always count him for support. And Chino, thank you very much for everything you've ever done for me the last fucking 2 decades that I've known you. God damn, it's a long time.
That is a long time.
Man. So me and LTP were on the show last week. My boy Tony right here, Tony DeBurns, is my co-host. He wasn't here last week, so we had Adam Woods with us. And it was pretty much the roast of Badd Blood, man. It was it was so funny. We had some funny shit we talked about. And I'm gonna tell you, what me and Jeremy talked about 80% of the time, your name was involved. Like,
oh, you're talking about like what stories came up, like San Francisco?
Oh shit! I didn't think of that one. Oh yeah. We talked about San Francisco. As a matter of fact, we talked about that earlier tonight. But one story that we talked about was Chino's birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't watch the podcast last week, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a quick rundown on Sexy Chino. Chino is a very quiet guy, very shy dude, but very entertaining in the ring. Women love him. Like, we would go to a club and Chino would go out in the middle of the floor and just fucking do his little Chino shuffle, and women would fucking flock to him, dude. It was ridiculous. Like, I'm about to go in on that girl right there, and my brother would be like, "Go let Chino do it first." Chino would get out there and he fucking dance, and girls would just be like, "Oh shit." And boom, over there. So we would go to this strip club every week, right? We wanted this piece of shit ass dude. His name was Marvin, aka Mr. California, because he thought he was the hardcore enforcer. He was the best wrestler in fucking California.
We've had stories about him. Oh yes.
Yeah. So we go to that fucking strip club, and these girls were so fucking stupid because we go there every week. It was like we were a fucking staple of the strip club. We go every Tuesday night. It would be me, LTP, Marvin, Steve Payne, and Chino.
Oh my God. Steve Payne.
So one night,
it's been a while.
Yeah, one night these girls were like, "Ooh, what's up, guys?" And I'm like, "Hey, you see that dude right there? It's his birthday." And they were like, "Oh, it's his birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, y'all should take him on stage and do the birthday dance." Now keep in mind, we went to the strip club every fucking week. We were talking for maybe 2 months. We would go. It was part of our routine. Like, we'd all get together and just go. So we went to the strip club every fucking Tuesday night. So Chino went there every Tuesday night, and these fucking chicks, the same chicks that worked every Tuesday night, would be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" I'd be like, "Hey, it's Chino's birthday," and they would pull him on stage and get free dances every week. Now, look, I couldn't get a free dance. A lot of women that watch the podcast, and a lot of women say, "Hey, you're pretty sexy." No, Chino's a sexy one, obviously, because his name is Sexy Chino for one. Shit, I can't compete with that shit. And we go to the strip club, and boom, we go to a dance club. Girls are all on Chino. Like, what the fuck? What I gotta do? So there's this saying, and ladies, please understand, I'm not being sexist or anything like that, but let's just call it what it is. There's a group of girls will always hang out in a group at clubs, and it's in California we have a strip club. It's called Deja Vu. And the motto of Deja Vu will be 99 hot girls. No, it was 96, 97 hot girls, 3 ugly ones. Right? That was their motto. You can Google it. I swear to God, I'm not fucking pulling. So we would go to the strip club. A lie. And Chino would be the 96 hot girls, and we'd be the ugly ones, apparently, because all the women fucking flocked to Chino. Man. So, Chino, tell us a little bit about you, where you started, how long you've been working, and some of the crazy fucking shit you can talk about. No limits here.
Yeah. I started training in 2000, and it was for the Asylum for XPW. My trainer Dynamite D. So yeah, I've been around for a while, and I really enjoy this business, and I've been working through it, and been around about 18 years. It's been a while. Just like you. It's been a while, but no, I still enjoy it. I go out there and show everybody that having fun is what wrestling should be. It's anything that brings entertainment or like people get emotionally involved. That's what you're trying to do in this business. And a lot of people forget. Unfortunately, they forget that because if you have no emotions into it, then people don't buy it.
It's true
The
statement.
more realistic you make it, the more realistic it is.
Yes.
Man,
100%
I need to bring
agreed.
you back to Portland so you can tell some of the fucking guys that work for BCW that shit. I'm just saying,
Wow.
man. Anyway,
No, man.
so
Just like you, BJ, you got to work on. We just we're out there to enjoy this business and help this business as much as we can, because you want the business to proceed, keep going, and that's what you built a new talent for the future.
that's right,
Absolutely.
man. Chino, look, you brought the San Francisco story up. Tell the San Francisco story.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell the one about in the airport when we were
Oh my
waiting for
God.
LTP.
Yes.
Oh, and then we're like, me and BJ were just there. We got there early, and we're just waiting for LTP to come down because he was flying in. And every single person that walked out, we literally going, "Welcome to San Francisco. Welcome to San Francisco."
It
The
was
whole
so
time,
annoying.
knowing everybody. Welcome to San Francisco. Welcome to San
I should have made one of those
Francisco.
fucking
It's like,
signs, you know.
yeah, LDP. Welcome to San Francisco. Like,
Man,
no, it was like, no, yeah, that was a really good event that we did, and it was interesting when we were putting the battle royal with the UFC guy at the end.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was okay. So that was WrestleFan. That was when we talked about WrestleFan Fest with Don Frye getting knocked out by
Wrestle
Lee.
Fan Fest, yeah,
Yeah.
that was that was the
that was
one
that
time,
weekend.
yeah, exactly.
But it was
That
a
was
really
that
cool
weekend,
show.
yeah.
It was like we were in a show with like the Dudley Boys and like Shane Douglas, and it was like a whole bunch of XPW guys and a whole bunch of former WWE guys. Like I think was Yokozuna on that show with us?
No, I know Rikishi was there. I
Rikishi
know like
was.
Reno. They had a lot of guys. Remember, they even had Austin.
Yeah, it
They
was,
had like the Warlord and
yeah.
and
The Warlord Barbarian.
hey,
They
remember?
wrestled the Dudleys.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, exactly. And then there were no, and they also had what's his name? Yeah, Crime Time. Remember, Crime Time got released. Remember that were in the lobby when you were like, "Hey,
Okay, so
they're
that
still
was
in
a
a
night.
gimmick."
So
Yeah.
that was a night that they put me in LTP, in Crime Time, and Virgil at the fucking
Oh
autograph
my God.
table with the high spots guys. Now like 5 black guys sitting there at the high spots table. And that was when dude was like, "Hey man, can you guys?" Because okay, so the story is Virgil and Teddy DiBiase don't get along, and Teddy DiBiase didn't want to sit at the fucking autograph table with Virgil. So Virgil they had to alternate fucking times. So me,
No,
Shad,
it was
JTG.
actually, remember, it was Steve Williams who called DiBiase and
That's
said
right.
and told him, "Hey, Virgil's here."
That's right. That's right. So Virgil,
It was Steve Williams.
so we were all chilling, and the high spots guy was like, "Hey, I gotta go get something to drink, use the bathroom. You guys want to watch my table for me?" And Shad looks at me, and JTG looks at me, and I look at LTP, and we were all gonna shake our head no. And Virgil was like, "Yeah, we got it." Right? So he walks away. And Virgil was signing autographs, but he had the $1 million belt sitting in front of him. Now, I'm not gonna say Virgil stole the belt because we're not gonna put Virgil out on the podcast. But what I will say is this: Shad didn't have the belt, JTG didn't have the belt, LTP didn't have the belt, I didn't have the belt. But when the belt was missing, the 4 of us were still sitting at the table. So I'm just saying, I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm not pointing, like Cheryl said, that right there was the sample. I'm just saying, man. So Chino has been around for fucking almost every major crazy thing that's ever happened in wrestling for us. Chino's also won every fucking battle royal in California history, but that's just that. Every NWA battle royal. Chino, the smallest guy in the fucking battle royal. What do you weigh now, Chino? What do you weigh?
I'm still about a 150. up and down a little.
Chino
But
has
more
wrestled some of
150.
the-
Yeah, 150. Yeah.
He's wrestled some of the biggest names. He's wrestled Adam Pearce. He's wrestled some fucking big. He's won battle royals all over the country. He's fucking went to Wildcat Sports in Louisiana, and like Chino has fucking wrestled Funny Bone. Yeah, Chino's done a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Been around, man. It's like, when you've been around this long, you get to meet a lot of different people. You get to wrestle a lot of different people. Remember, it was me and Bo Cooper who lost the tag team, the AWS tag team titles to the Young Bucks.
Oh,
Yeah. See, tell you, man, wrestling is a. I always say this, and I say it to my guys at BCW, and I say it to when I go around the country to people. Real wrestlers know real wrestlers, and people always ask me, "What does that mean?" Mr. California, he ain't a real wrestler, but motherfuckers know who he is because of his shitty ass reputation. But you can travel across the country and you can be in a locker room and be like, man, this dude's Sexy Chino. And they're like, Sexy Chino? You talking about that motherfucker? Blah, blah, blah. People will know. People will
Yeah,
fucking know, man.
it's true. Like it actually has happened to me. It's like I think I walked in a locker room in San Diego and didn't know almost nobody. And they said, "Oh, you're Chino." It's like, wow. It's like I'm very humble to the game, so I'm like very shocked sometimes. But yeah, no. And I'm just myself, and like, and if people appreciate what I done, I respect that. But yeah, overall, we're all here to help each other out, make each other's product better, and like Brian Kendrick told me, I get to put smile on people's faces.
That's right. And Chino does. He puts a smile on people's faces all the time. It's fucking awesome, dude. Like nope. Sorry, I just got a message that said that I should just say I lose. The answer is no. The answer is no. Like I said, game on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't yeah. Anyway, maybe lose my train of thought yet again. Chino, let's talk about this book, man. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, man. Shit. I need to drink some Crown or something. I don't know. Let's talk about the book, Chino. Tell the fans about the book.
Oh my god. It's like yeah, we used to talk like what happens to us in this business. We said, oh, it's going in the book. And we always thought about, hey, look, what's going in the book? And all the crazy things we said, oh, what is going in the book? We never got to put the book together, but if we ever did put a book, it'd be pretty decently big.
I think our book would be a fucking Times bestseller, man. Okay, all right, I lose.
You lose.
I lose.
No, man.
Oh man, I lost. Fuck.
You're lost. You're lost.
God damn it.
No, it's just like funny stuff that happens here and there. It goes in the book. Like our crazy adventure. Remember when we when I was when we were driving like up north, or like we were coming back from up north, and then it was really dark, and the grapevine, and all of a sudden we passed this animal. And you said, "What the heck is that animal? What the heck is that animal?" And then you had to like Google it like the next day.
What the fuck was it? Like,
I was gonna say, did you guys ever figure it out?
Fuck no, we never did. But we hit this animal and we were like, what the fuck was that? We got out of the car and everybody's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Did you guys end up hitting like a chupacabra or something?
I don't know what the no, we didn't hit Chupi. Chupi's still alive.
I don't know. It's like it was he just could keep asking, what was that? What was that? Like, I don't know. We're just driving. I mean, we were really tired that day, so it's like but yeah, we hit it with like that's like animals. Like, what the heck is it?
We were like, what the fuck was that? So before I go any further, in order for me to claim, I have to say I concede defeat live here on the podcast.
Defeat?
So I just did. All right. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh man. Wait, Chino, the fucking book, man.
You you want the book? You want to write it? Hey, do you want to write the chapter? Remember that one time that you were booking, and then you said, "Oh," and then Candace Michelle was over there training at AWS.
Oh
You
my
know,
god, that's right.
all of a sudden you go and you went up to her like, "Oh, can I book you?" Even though she's still working for WWF or WWE.
What?
I didn't give a fuck, dude. She was there. And then the funny thing is, right? So we're all like in the ring training and shit, and she's training with us. That was crazy. And then she was like, "Hey, can you show me this move?" And then they were like, "Yeah, show her the move." This bitch used it to win the fucking WWE Women's title the next night on the fucking pay-per-view. I was like, you know what, Chino, you asshole? You weren't supposed to tell nobody about that. No one was supposed to know about the Candice Michelle thing.
Well, that was supposed to be kayfabe out.
That was kayfabe for life.
Kayfabe, damn it!
You just fucking snitched me out. The one big WWE star I could not book was Candice Michelle, everybody. That's right. Oh man.
Well,
Yeah.
she's probably open to bookings now. You can probably get her now.
I don't know, man. I mean, shit. I don't know, man. It would be a stretch. I'll say that. Oh man. So Chino, we've had years
Yes.
and years and years on the road together. We've had some funny shit. We've had some horrible shit. Remember that nightclub at what was it? Was it not Santa Maria? Fuck. What we had with the chick with the mohawk that worked at the bar.
Oh yeah, Flocka.
Flocka. Yeah. Remember that fucking place? you-
That was over there. I think going towards up north. Was it Ventura?
Ventura.
It was one of those.
Wait. It was not Oxnard. It could have been.
No, it was
Ventura.
a little farther than Octa. I think it could have been Ventura. But yeah, we used to have the show or the event over there, and it used to be the bar and it used to sell out. And at the time, well, we came up with some pretty decent matches here and there. But yeah, that it was funny because like that place always got packed.
Yeah, and that was a night that oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, look, guys, I'm gonna have to like be right back. So Tony, ask Chino some questions. I gotta be right back, man.
Okay.
Wow.
I have no idea what he's doing, to be honest, but so I'll keep it kind of
I called out his bluff or something, right? Is that what happened?
I guess you did. So allow me to keep it somewhat simple. So
Yes.
the very first time that I ever saw you was actually at CAC, and this would have been, was it 2016 or 2017, I think. You were, I can't remember, it was night 1 or night 2. One of the nights with the Battle Royal. Yeah, so you've,
Mhm.
How long had you been going, attending and actually working CAC, or actually just in general? How long have you been going?
I think I only did that once or twice, but yeah, I'm usually the guy in the battle royal, if you notice.
Well, that makes 2 of us. The year that I went, let's see, that was the year I got lit up by the Stro and the 2 huge twins. I can't remember their names for the life of me.
You mean the Suburban Commandos?
No. It was no, because I've met the Commandos. These were
Okay.
2 like identical, like ripped ass twins. Like I don't know if they were brothers, but yeah, I don't think they were SoCal guys. So I'm not sure where they came in from, but yeah. So this was the year. I'm trying to remember who was the they were doing the inductee. Oh man, I'm blanking on a lot of this, but But so as far as so first time I saw you, obviously at CAC, but since BJ's known you a lot longer, you mentioned some trips going up to San Francisco, especially
Yes.
the Wrestle
R-
Fan Fest.
Wrestle
So I
the
was
Wrestle
reading
Fan
up.
Fest, yes.
I was reading up on that, and so my question is: apparently, there were quite a few guys that were promised a payoff that didn't get paid. Um, did anybody show up that was looking for their payday? Possibly that might have had an incident with a certain booker or promoter that may have been hiding in a hotel room.
Oh my god.
Any
Oh my
stories that
Well,
you can elaborate on there?
I just remember like everybody else was looking for the booker.
Yeah.
And like I know like Sid didn't show up, and he was supposed to team. He is supposed to have like the outsiders. They didn't show up either. You know.
Yeah, Sid didn't show up. He sent his brother. Remember Brian, Big Vicious? Yeah, he was the original Big Vicious.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I do remember one funny thing about that, Chino. That was when no, that wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't right, but I'm not gonna bring that up because that was bad.
Oh yeah, okay. There's a lot of bad things that happened.
Yeah,
there was a lot of bad things that happened that weekend. You perfectly honest with you.
I did have an amazing tag team match though. It was me and LTP wrestled Sexy Chino and Kevin Matheson. What's his gimmick now?
I think he's Kevin Mackerson because he's still with Johnny Goodtime.
Wasn't he Johnny Yuma?
He's no longer Johnny Goodtime. He's with Yuma. Yeah, he's with Yuma.
Yeah, so during this match, I believe that Chino, because Chino used to do this like stomp thing, right? He was like do like stomp on your back, and then he did it.
Yeah,
on
I still do the
fucking,
stomps in the back.
He did it on the fucking gamepad, the fucking Nintendo gamepad.
Oh yeah.
And then Good Time pulls out the.
Oh yeah,
the
I remember.
fucking
Yeah,
collar
exactly.
glove, remember?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that
when we
was-
were sexy good times.
yeah, exactly. The sexy good times. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that was fun. Like actually wrestling the Cow Palace. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that was really fucking awesome, man. That was one of my my bucket list things because the Cow Palace was like such a historic building, and it was weird. But Tony, this is gonna make you laugh,
Okay.
and probably a lot of people on the podcast that listen. Mike Santiago.
Oh no.
And Ethan HD
Oh no.
were at WrestleFanFest.
Really?
They were begging to work as security guards. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
That's right. I put it out there. I have no fucks to give. Today I have been defeated on my own podcast, so I have no fucks to give.
Chino, you worked Stevie Ray. Is that
What was that?
Stevie Ray? You worked him in for Wildcat. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, I did get to wrestle Stevie Ray. Correct.
So
that was an intriguing match. I'll say that.
I was gonna ask how is what was this? What year was this? 2015 Stevie Ray. What was that experience like?
You know when you've been in the ring with a professional. How about that? I'll say that.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough. Yeah, without killing the kayfabe, you've been in the ring with a professional, and you could. And I'm telling you, man, it's like a big. It's like you don't think like, wow, you could be in the ring with this guy you've seen on TV, but we all got. And if you've been around the business long enough, you get a chance to be in the ring with a lot of good wrestlers and great entertainers if you want to consider them that.
Sure. That's fair. Let's see here. I know there was one other match in particular that I wanted to mention. Oh, God. It was 2016. 2016. Here we go. Also at Wildcat, you had a match that involved Matt Stryker, who was actually put on some of my favorite seminars. Learning experience, being in the ring with him. I know it was a six corners match, but I mean, just basically being in the proximity of a guy like Matt Stryker, it has to be. He brings a lot of realism, or in the right context anyway. Was that your experience with him?
I can barely hear your question. Like you kind of
Sorry.
faded out.
Okay.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So working with Matt Stryker in the six corners match that you had at Wildcat. So Matt Stryker tends to, when he's doing seminars, for example, training sessions, he tends to be big proponent of realism and out of the box type thinking, when it comes to not just the, wrestling, bumping and so on and so forth. So was that your experience when you were in the ring with him as well?
With Matt Stryker, I did learn a lot. I did learn a lot of different things. I learned about a lot of like timing and how to just like work around some things. But if you want, one thing about Matt Stryker was he was going, I'm glad I'm in your match because I don't have to do much work.
That sounds about right.
Hey, like I said last week, man, I told the story about how I put you over 3 times in one day. And
oh my God.
I was like,
all the
fucking do that
lucha
shit again.
matches, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'll fucking do that shit again. I don't give a fuck. Chino's the best. I'll put Chino over any day of the week because working with you is a night off. Like people don't get it. It's like a night off, man. Like Chino is so fucking fluid and so easy to work with. Like you're the kind of person that can be trusted. You know what I mean? And that's like for me, that's a big thing in wrestling. Like I did a show one time and it was Ventura. I did a show one time with you in Ventura, and there was a spot where I dived off the fucking roof, and the guy was with
I remember
his body, and he fucking moved, and I broke 2 ribs. I outweigh Chino by fucking almost 100 pounds. I know if I dived, Chino would catch me.
Hey, remember I can remember American Balloon?
Yes.
I actually based him. Like he actually dove and I was everybody moved out of the way except me.
Oh, at the dojo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. American Balloon weighed like fucking 300 some odd pounds, and he was a big ass dude. So by him by doing it, Chino just said, "Fuck it, I got him."
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like when people go out of the way, I'm gonna be there, man. It's like you can't. You have to be able to trust people, like you said, and you have to make sure because the most important thing in any match, it's to be safe. I mean, we're out there doing we're entertaining the crowd also, but at the end of the day, we have to be safe.
Yes, agreed.
That's right.
Absolutely agreed. Without safety in professional wrestling, I mean, we can't trust each other. We can't we're supposed to be able to trust each other with our bodies. And if we don't have that, then it just becomes a gigantic mess.
Man, like I said, a dumpster fire on top of a shit storm. But yeah, man, Chino, you've been around. You've been fucking part of my life for decades. both in and out of the ring, and like I said, I appreciate you being who you are and always having my back and always being there when I needed you the most. So, man, thank you very much for everything you've ever done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever have an opportunity to watch Chino work, you better fucking go do it because, man, he's awesome as fuck. Chino, where can they find you right now wrestling?
Well, because of the pandemic, a lot of companies have not are barely coming back. So, but I used to wrestle for Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and that's
And who
Brian
runs
Kendrick's
Wrestling Pro
Fed.
Wrestling?
Brian Kendrick,
That's right, ladies and
and
gentlemen. Brian Kendrick.
it's a lot of fun, man. It's one of the coolest things about that is like we get the wrestling fans, but we also get like the general admission because random people keep coming in and watching, and you could tell like that a lot of people are not so much wrestling fans because there've been a lot of wrestlers from WWE actually showing up, and a lot of people don't even acknowledge them. They're just watching the event.
Man,
Wrestling Pro Wrestling. Now, I'm noticing some names on some of these cards here. Parm Anderson, Ricotta Flair,
Oh,
Tully Blanchetter.
yeah, it's awesome. It's
I need
awesome.
this. I gotta see this stuff. I gotta see this.
Wrestling Pro Wrestling
Wrestling Pro
is
Wrestling's a
great.
pretty
I
cool
mean,
show.
it's like Wrestling Pro Wrestling is great, man. It's like it's just us enjoying the business, and I mean the crowd enjoys it, and we're just all out there having fun, and I mean that's what you want in the business. It's like
Yes.
it's you want people to be entertained, you want people to forget. So yeah, we do some silly stuff. I ain't denying that, but at the end of the day, it's like we're all gonna put some entertainment value into it, and and we do have some good wrestling matches too. But like overall, man, it's what people gonna enjoy.
That's true, man. Chino, before I let you go, let me ask you a question because Bailey just posted
Yes.
something on her Twitter. I had my very first match against Melissa Coates. There's always a forever connection when you share the ring with someone, and I'm honored that I had that with her. Thank you for being so sweet, helpful, and busting my brace face open because I remember when Bailey used to have braces back at APW. I truly would never forget you. Now, that's some very heartfelt stuff. Do you have any Melissa Coates stories?
Melissa Coates story. Not really for her. Like, is that that's not cheerleader Melissa?
No, we're talking about Super. Talking about
That's another one, right?
Genie.
Talking about Super Genie. The one that was married to Sabu.
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't. I have like I know Sabu, but I really haven't met the Melissa. So, but yeah, I've been in like events with Sabu and things like that. He actually knows who I am too.
Yeah,
It's funny. A lot of people actually do. You know what? It's funny, yeah, because like a lot, like a lot of people that you wouldn't expect to know me actually do know me.
You know what, dude? You are fucking. You're over, man. You're over more than you'll ever fucking.
That's a good way to put it. You're over, dude.
I mean, fuck. That's all I can say. Chino is over, man. Like your personality, man. Like you're over, and it's like this. In wrestling, you can be over with the fans. You can be over with the boys. You can't be over with both. Chino was an exception to the rule because he is over with the fans. But there has only been one person I've ever met in this entire industry that had something bad to say about Chino. And when they did, LTP and I said, fuck you, and we left.
Right down to it.
LTP, he said it last week, he said squad goals, man. Like, when the squad rolls, the squad rolls. And this one promoter had something bad to say about Chino. We were like, yeah, you can suck the back of our dick. How about that? Goodbye. And we left. I know personally, I ain't been back since. But I know you heard about Junior. What happened to Junior?
Oh yeah,
I talked
I
to
heard that
Rudy.
he got hurt. That he through Rudy on Instagram, and I just like wow, because like I'm like not on online that much because uh just doing other stuff right now since not that much wrestling for me at least right now. But yeah, I was kind of shocked. Like he said, he can better. I'm glad that he's getting better because he said he
Yeah.
might not be able to wrestle again.
Well, he
It's
broke 3
crazy
bones
to
in his
hear. That's
neck.
like wow.
I hope he doesn't try to wrestle again. Breaking 3 bones in your neck is fucking serious, man.
No.
But you know what? He's walking, so that's a good thing. Shout out to my boy. He's
Yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah, that's good that he's okay, man. That's all I wanted to see. That he's doing good. I mean, the wrestling business, as much as people love this business, and at the end of the day, the business is still gonna be here. You could take time off.
That's right.
Look, and the business will be here. People like, oh my god, I gotta be. Sometimes you think the time, no, but it's about timing. But the business is still gonna be here. The business was here before you were born. The business is still gonna be here.
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Chino is speaking the fucking gospel, man. Like, I mean, fuck, man. Chino speaks the gospel, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't listening to this and you're a professional wrestler, then you got problems because Chino is doing the thing.
100%.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man. It's like I love this business, and I do, and I'm still humble to the game, and that's one thing I could, and I hope like wrestlers or whoever wants to get into this business understands that there's only so many spots available, and the one thing I can say to everybody if they will is like you have to want to be here.
Yep.
Because if you don't want to be here, you're just wasting your time because it's a lot of work to be a wrestler, at least in a professional level. Because there's a lot of people can play a wrestler, but they're not wrestlers. Because
Love it, man.
everybody has a chance. Everybody has a chance, but yeah, man, it's like you have to be professional in this business. That's what's called professional wrestling. So as long as you go in there with an attitude or like be humble, because once you go into that mindset, like this Chris Benoit even said back in the day, he said that once you learn everything, it's time to get out because there's
That's
nothing
right.
else to learn, and this business keeps continuing every single way. You modify this, you modify that, but once you learn everything, there's no reason to be here anymore because what's the whole point? You know everything, you know it all, and this business evolves just like anything else through the years, and we all understand that the business in general is going to evolve just like life itself evolves. So yeah, I'm still part of the game because I still enjoy it. I'm telling you, I'm somebody that if I don't want to be here, I won't be here. I would disappear from the business.
I know,
but
I know.
I love this business. So
That's right.
yeah, exactly. It's like so yeah. If what's one thing I'll say is like if you really want to be in this business, go for it. But remember, it takes a lot of hard work. Like anything else that you want to do, like a career, you have to put 100% into it. Otherwise, you might get hurt. You might burn out because there's a lot of wrestlers that burn out about the business. That's when you need to take a break because once you get burned out or you're upset at the business, it puts you in a position of not being safe with everybody else because your mindset's not in 100% into the match or into the business, and that might cause somebody to get hurt. And that's the worst thing that could happen in this business, period.
Absolutely.
So Chino, before I let you go, I want to play this game.
Yes.
I haven't played it in a while, but I really want to play this game tonight. The game is real simple, man. Everyone loves the game here on the podcast. Just don't be like Matt Seidel. Don't try to change the rules of the game. Fucking Matt. The rules are, the game is team with, feud with, or fire. It's real simple. Now, Chino, I remember you had a whole bunch of fucking VHS
Yes.
cassette tapes in your house. Like he collected the shit out of tapes, Tony. So Chino
I
has
probably
always
traded
been
with him back in the day and probably don't even know it.
probably, man. I always tell people that Chino was the thesaurus on professional wrestling. Like he knows so much fucking shit. So with that being said, team with feud with fire. You can basically team with anyone in the industry, no matter who it is, alive or dead. You can feud with the same people. And my favorite part, you can fire any motherfucker you want. No excuse needed, unless you want to give us one. So, team with feud with fire.
Okay. So who would I team with? Who would I fire? And what's the last one?
Who would you feud with? Who would you team with? Who would you feud with? Who would you fire?
Okay. So it could be anybody in the business, or it has to be
Anyone
like local.
alive or
Alive,
dead.
dead, past, present.
Okay. I always want to feud with Norman Smiley.
Okay.
I think that would
Oh,
be
that'd be awesome.
that would be a very entertaining match. I know.
I
that.
love Norman
I can just see the
Smiley.
Chino Shuffle versus the Big Wiggle. Oh my god!
Exactly.
It's
That's like,
fucking
come
over.
on.
Even if it was Norman Smiley from CMLL, that'd still be amazing.
Oh man. Chino with the Big
Yeah.
Wiggle. Chino with the Chino Shuffle versus the Big Wiggle. Yeah, I don't think I can handle it. Just like tonight, I got knocked off my game during the podcast. I'll tell you right now, I would totally tap the fuck out if Chino and fucking Norman Smiley had a Chino Shuffle versus Big Wiggle. I wouldn't know what to do.
Oh
I'd
my
just be like,
God.
all right, I'm going home.
I go,
I'd be like, here's my wallet, guys. I'm going home.
All right. Past person who I would team up. I would like to. I would actually like to team with Brian Danielson.
Okay.
I think that would be a very interesting match. A team because, well, I'd probably be getting the hell beat out of me, and he'll get the hot tag and get to do all his stuff.
Perfect. You can play Ricky. You can play Ricky Morton. He can be Robert Gibson.
Yeah. Who would I fire? So you have to give a reason, right?
You don't have to give
but if you want to, shit,
you-
I'd be glad to have it.
Totally up to you.
Well, to be perfectly honest, if you had to fire someone in this business, I would just it would be somebody who doesn't want to be in the business, that disrespected the business, and
Like someone who faked their own
name
death.
wise,
You know where I'm going with that.
like
I mean, if it's somebody that doesn't want
what's
to
his
be in the
name?
business, I mean,
No, like well, the only person, what's that? There was one guy that was in the NWA that he was from like Utah area, I believe. That guy, and one thing he told me, he said, I don't like he told me I didn't like WrestleMania because I wasn't in it. And I was like that, what? Okay. So that one guy, I think his name was Trident or something like that, but that guy I will fire because like he doesn't care for the business.
that's
If you literally go like going like that, that's what I got to say. It's like if you literally just say, "Oh, I don't like WrestleMania because I wasn't in it," that's kind of trending on everybody else that's in WrestleMania.
That's a weird thing to say too. It's like that's your reason for not liking it because you weren't involved. What the fuck? Damn.
Yeah, I remember him telling me that's probably the only human wrestlers I would like to say because I like that. Yeah, that soured me. It's like really, like all these people that got a chance to be part of WrestleMania and worked it no matter what part of they were part of WrestleMania. It's a big deal. And then you come up and tell me, oh yeah, that I didn't like WrestleMania because I wasn't part of it. Because I wasn't in it. Come on, I just That's one of the only human beings in this business probably that sour me. And you know
Man.
all that I'm cool with everybody. I
I'm gonna tell you,
respect that, but
if
yeah,
Chino
that
don't
that
like
just
you,
kind of soured me out.
if Chino don't like you, you must have done some fucked up shit.
No kidding.
Like, cause I've known Chino for a long time, and I don't know anybody he doesn't like except for this douchebag. Whoever you are, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself. God damn, I can't speak. You should be ashamed of your fucking self because the nicest guy in professional wrestling doesn't fucking like you. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah, he already left the business, and
Thank
I remember
God.
he told me one time like he was I think he even got a tryout match with and also like Juice Robinson was there at CJ Parker at the time, and I guess they picked up CJ Parker instead of him. So and I guess he got sour towards that, I guess. But yeah, man, when he told me
I know who you're
that
talking
was like
about now.
wow.
I know exactly
So
what you're
it
talking about right now.
so it
Fuck.
yeah that guy just disappointed me. So
I'm glad that guy's
yeah.
gone too, because he was kind of a douchebag. No, for
Yeah.
real. He was kind of a fucking asshole. I know exactly who you're talking about. Man.
Yeah, so that's probably the one guy I would fire, even though like I said, I don't care to fire people. But yeah, man, it's just when you literally just say that straight out, then you just became a mark for yourself, even though this business can move with or without you.
I always say when people say stupid shit like that, you're part of the problem and not the solution. You want to be part of the solution? Get the fuck out of the business. Like that's just honesty right there, ladies and gentlemen. And Chino speaks all the honesty, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but no, that's why I would team up with Brian Danielson. I would like to feel with Norman Smiley, and yeah, that individual.
I like that. The individual's not going to be named on this podcast. That's
exactly.
For sure. With that being said, Chino, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, man. Let's go ahead and just do what we do, man. Tony, tell these amazing people where they can watch us every week.
You can watch us in the Portland and Vancouver area every Monday night at 10 p.m. on Channel 11 on Xfinity and Channel 11 on CenturyLink. If you missed that, you can try us on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Channel 22 Xfinity, Channel 8002 on CenturyLink. And if you missed that, you got one more shot every Wednesday night after you listen to the live show. Catch up with us every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. on Channel 23 Xfinity and Channel 8003 on CenturyLink.
Wow, that sounds like 3 fucking nights of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast live on television. Oh my God, Tony, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna keep growing, is what we're gonna do.
Fuck, man. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just say, for instance, you can't watch us on TV, but you're chilling at work and you're like, man, I would sure love to listen to these fucking funny guys. Well, guess what? You can. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all of the major podcast platforms. You can find us there, man. Like, click, and subscribe. Thank you very much to Anchor. And like I said earlier, next week's going to be the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast presents the franchise birthday with Ladies Night Part 2. And with that, if you want to support the channel and help us get drunk on Ladies Night, to support the channel, support the podcast, man, anchor.fm / the Roundtable Podcast / support. We really like it, man. We like when people help the good brothers out, so to speak. Shout out to Chad. Once again, you can find the cool hats to fit 503original.com, www.503originals.com. Like, click, and subscribe to links, man. And if you got Twitter, if you want to follow us on Twitter,
yeah, I do.
Then Chino, you can go follow us on Twitter at twitter.com / the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Just find us on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Like, click, subscribe. You never know what the fuck we're going to put up there because we like to be funny. We like to bring the funny. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yeah, man. Just check them out on Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social medias.
Chino's plugging this.
Like I
Look,
said,
ladies.
I do wrestling, pro wrestling. I get to wrestle other places too. But yeah, if you want to check out my Instagram, my Twitter is at Dan Chino Dance, and pretty simple, right? Dance Chino Dance.
That's right. That's what it is. You know, Chino, I need to find a video of you doing the Chino shuffle. That would bring. That's like your
Hey,
milkshake.
you know what? Like I did, they actually like wrestling pro wrestling made me into a meme of me dancing because they put me in the
Really?
background and the green screen. So it's actually out there because I remember somebody put it. Yeah.
Man. Well, look, I'll put you this way, ladies and gentlemen. You know that song, My Milkshake Brings All the Girls, the Boys to the Yard. Now, it's Chino Shuffle brings all the girls to the yard because he does. He brings all the girls. Chino brings all the girls. You can find him at wrestlingprowrestling.com/index.html. Man, you can find Chino everywhere because Chino was like sign guy. Well, no, he's not like sign guy. He's actually talented. You can find Chino. I said it.
That's the truth.
You can find Chino. And when BCW Worldwide opens back up, I'm pretty sure I know the booker. The booker's a pretty fucking cool dude, man. And I think the booker might know you, Chino. Like, I've heard the booker talk about you a couple of times. So I think you might be able to get on at BCW Worldwide's return show, which, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be coming up very soon. What me and Tony are going to do is we're going to say goodbye to Chino. And then we're going to put you guys on a quick commercial break. And we're going to come back with a very special announcement.
All right.
Chino, thank you for joining us on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, my man. You got to see the
Thank
table
you for having
anytime
me.
you want to come.
Thank you for having me. Have
All
a
right.
great
We'll be right back, ladies, with more, ladies and gentlemen, with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your hair cut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And here it is, ladies. I know you guys have been waiting. Tony, you've been fucking waiting.
Oh, you damn right I have been.
Everyone who's been watching the podcast have been waiting. People have been blowing up my phone, my Twitter, my Snapchat, my TikTok, my fucking Instagram, my LinkedIn, and Facebook. People have been calling off the fucking phone. Like the phone's been just blowing up constantly. People want to know when the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast is going to do a live event at the new BCW Worldwide Arena. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this before I give you the date. The new arena is a very spacious television studio, state-of-the-art lights, sound system, lighting truss, cameras, VIP bottle service.
Oh, shit.
We have changed the motherfucking game of
Holy
professional wrestling.
damn.
I'm going to tell you right now.
We're coming back with a vengeance. Oh my
Not only are we
God.
coming back with a vengeance, but the show, the big fucking show, the return show, the place to be, July 25th.
There it is.
Will be at the BCW Worldwide Arena. The location will be disclosed next week.
All right.
But if you want to find out by getting your tickets, if you want to get tickets, if you want to find out more, you can contact the BCW hotline.
We have a hotline now?
Well, I mean, yeah. 503-757-3132. That's 503-757-3132.
Holy fuck.
And Cheryl just basically put you out there, Tony. She was like, Tony is having an orgasm. He sure the fuck did.
Yep.
Tony just blew his load, you ladies and gentlemen. Tony didn't even blue you for that one. But yeah,
Nope.
we did it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, natural, ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking laser lights. State of the fucking art arena. BCW Worldwide. The Worldwide. Arena,
That.
July 25th. More information next week on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. So you better make sure you tell everybody, tell your mama, your daddy, your granny, your great-great-granny, your great-great-great-granny. You find that old son of a bitch, Paul Moonshine. You tell him to go back to the fucking Stone Age. Tell Fred Flintstone. You tell him to go whisper in the fucking dinosaur's ear. You tell him to go tell Moses, hey, instead of 2x2 on the fucking boat, we're going to bring BCW Worldwide back to the boat. You tell everybody you fucking know. We're coming back. July 25th.
32 days away.
Choke on
Count
that,
them
nuts.
down. Count them down, baby.
So make sure you
32
tune
days
in.
away. July
Make sure you
25th.
tune in. That's
Sunday,
right.
yep.
Oh my God. That's a good one too. Make sure you tune in July 25th to return and trust and believe. One of the major matches on the show will be the franchise defending the OIWA North American Championship. Big Red right there. My redhead girlfriend right behind me. She looking so hot right there. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And
She wanna come
Paul
out and play.
mentioning the freak show's coming back. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God, you old son of a bitch. Did we ask you? Did we ask you, Paul?
The
If
freak
Paul
show
Moonshine
will
shows up at that show, you better be on that fucking tricycle with us.
I still want that animation, by the way. I still want that video clip.
It is a fucking beautiful belt.
It
Isn't
is.
It is.
It
That
is a
belt is fucking
beauty.
sexy.
But
They
yeah,
handed me, after winning that tournament, they handed me that belt, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "That." I was like, "Man, this belt is sexy as a girl wearing a skirt with no underwear." Just saying. I put it out there.
yeah, I could see that.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and give us the good old sign out. So for your boy, Tony the Burns, I am the franchise Double B Badd Blood, the franchise player, the OIWA North American Heavyweight Champion, saying thank you for joining us on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, and we'll see you guys next week for the birthday celebration. Ladies' night.
Good night.
Peace.